Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that may seem simple, but it holds the power to change your life completely. The phrase is, one day or day one, you decide. Think about it. How many times have we said to ourselves, one day I will start, one day I will chase my dream, one day I will get healthy, one day I will learn, grow, or take that leap. That one day is company. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about something that quietly affects every one of us. Every single day, procrastination. That little voice in your head that keeps saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll start later, one day, I'll take action. Procrastination is subtle. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It whispers, it seduces, and it convinces us that waiting is okay. But here's the reality. While you wait, life moves on, opportunities pass, and dreams slip further from your grasp. We live in a world that constantly tempts us to delay. Social media, endless entertainment, and the comfort of routine make it easy to tell ourselves, one day I'll start my project, one day I'll take control of my health, one day I'll chase my dream. The problem is that one day rarely comes. It is a trap disguised as comfort. It is a dream deferred, a life postponed. Every successful person you admire knows the danger of waiting for one day. They understood that action, not intention, separates those who achieve from those who only wish. Procrastination is more than just laziness. It is fear dressed in excuses. We fear failure. We fear judgment. We fear that we won't be ready or strong enough or knowledgeable enough to take that first step. But the truth is, no one ever feels fully ready. No one ever feels like the stars have perfectly aligned. Waiting for readiness is another way of saying, I am not enough today. And the harsh truth is, there is no better day than today. The only way to overcome procrastination is to act despite fear. The only way to turn one day into day one is to take the first step, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels uncertain. Think about it. Every great invention, every breakthrough, every achievement began with someone deciding to act. They didn't wait for perfect conditions or a magical moment when everything was aligned. They started with what they had, where they were, and when they could. Action breeds momentum. Action turns ideas into reality. Procrastination, on the other hand, only breeds regret. It fills our minds with what-ifs and maybes and leaves us staring at a life that could have been. Procrastination also makes problems grow. The longer we delay, the harder tasks seem. A project that could be finished in a week feels like a mountain if we wait. The fitness goal that could be achieved in months feels impossible if we wait. The dream that could be pursued with small daily steps feels unattainable if we wait. The act of starting is what dissolves the illusion of difficulty. The first step makes the journey manageable, and the next step makes it possible. That's why action, no matter how small, is infinitely more powerful than waiting for the perfect moment. The irony is that procrastination often masquerades as productivity. We convince ourselves that planning, researching, and waiting is preparation. We tell ourselves, I'm getting ready, I'm learning first, I'll start tomorrow. But preparation without action is just another form of waiting. Knowledge without application is useless. Dreams without action are empty. There is no magic in waiting, only in starting. That first step, that decision to move forward, is the key that unlocks all doors. Once you act, momentum begins, and momentum is the antidote to procrastination. Consider the power of small steps. Action does not need to be monumental. You don't have to know everything before you start. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Writing one paragraph, making one phone call, jogging for 5 minutes, opening the first page of a book. These small actions accumulate into progress. And once you experience progress, procrastination loses its grip. Action fuels motivation, and motivation fuels further action. That is how day one is born. Procrastination also feeds on comparison. We see others who have succeeded and tell ourselves, I'll start when I'm as capable as them. I'll start when I have their resources. But every successful person began somewhere. They weren't born with perfect timing or endless opportunity. They started with what they had, made mistakes, learned, and kept going. Comparing yourself to others only strengthens procrastination because it convinces you that your moment isn't right. But the truth is, your moment is now. Day one begins with the courage to take action, regardless of where you stand today. The most important lesson about procrastination versus action is that life rewards those who act. Opportunities do not wait. Dreams do not knock twice. Time does not pause. Each day spent waiting is a day lost, a chance wasted. You can spend your life saying, "One day, I will." Or you can stand up today and say, "Today is day one. Today I act. Today I move forward." The choice is yours, and the consequences are yours. Ladies and gentlemen, the path from procrastination to action begins with a single decision: to no longer wait, to take ownership of your time, your life, and your dreams, to replace one day with day one. It is not easy. Fear will rise, doubt will challenge you, the temptation to delay will persist. But every moment you act, you weaken procrastination. Every step you take, you strengthen your future. Every day you decide to begin, you move closer to your goals and your true potential. Remember, action is not about perfection, it is about commitment. It is about starting where you are, with what you have, and refusing to let the illusion of one day control your life. The power to turn dreams into reality, to create the life you desire, and to break free from the chains of delay lies entirely in your hands. One day or day one, you decide. I want to speak to you about something that shapes every decision, every action, and every outcome in our lives: the power of mindset and choice. Too often we believe that success is about talent, opportunity, or luck. We think that if only circumstances were perfect, we could achieve everything we desire. But the truth is far simpler and far more profound. Your mindset and the choices you make are the true architects of your life. The way you see the world, the way you respond to challenges, and the decisions you make each day determine whether you live in one day or whether you step into day one. Your mindset is like the lens through which you view life. If your lens is tinted with fear, doubt, and hesitation, everything appears harder than it really is. Challenges seem insurmountable, opportunities seem distant, and dreams feel impossible. On the other hand, if your lens is colored by belief, possibility, and determination, the same challenges become stepping stones, the same obstacles become opportunities, and the same dreams become achievable goals. Mindset is not just thinking positively, it is believing that your actions matter, that your choices matter, and that you have the power to change your life starting today. Choice is the action side of mindset. Every day, life presents us with countless moments where we can choose to act or to wait, to try or to give up, to begin or to procrastinate. And while some may think that these choices are small or insignificant, in reality, they compound over time to create your destiny. Choosing one day means postponing, delaying, and letting life pass you by. Choosing day one means deciding that today, right now, you will no longer let fear, doubt, or uncertainty dictate your actions. It means taking control, accepting responsibility, and embracing the power that comes with ownership of your life. The people who achieve greatness understand this principle deeply. They know that life is full of challenges, failures, and setbacks. What separates them from those who never take action is not luck, talent, or timing. It is mindset and the conscious choices they make. When they fail, they see failure as feedback. When they are uncertain, they see uncertainty as a signal to move forward, to adapt, and to grow. They do not wait for the perfect moment because they understand that there is no perfect moment. There is only the present, and what you do with it determines your future. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people with the same dream of starting a business. One thinks, "I'll start one day when I have enough money, experience, and perfect conditions." The other thinks, "I will start today with what I have and figure out the rest as I go." The first person waits for a future that may never come, constantly delaying, second-guessing, and hoping that one day will magically appear. The second person starts immediately, learns from experience, adapts to challenges, and grows stronger with each step. Both had the same resources at the beginning, but their mindset and choices made all the difference. One remained in waiting, the other stepped into action. That is the power of mindset and choice. Your mindset also determines how you respond to setbacks. Life will inevitably challenge you. Plans will fail. People may doubt you. Situations may seem unfair, but the mindset of ion of possibility, sees setbacks as lessons, not reasons to quit. It understands that every choice to continue, every choice to persist, and every choice to start again is a building block for your success. It understands that your past does not define your future, that mistakes are not failures but opportunities to grow, and that the decision to take control of your life is always yours. You can choose to blame, to wait, to delay, or you can choose to act, to start, to take your day one and run with it. It is also important to realize that mindset is not fixed. It can be cultivated, strengthened, and expanded. The more you practice making empowering choices, the stronger your mindset becomes. The more you choose to act despite fear, the more courage you develop. The more you replace one day with day one, the more your life transforms. Mindset and choice are habits. They are muscles. And like any muscle, the more you exercise them, the stronger and more resilient they become. Ladies and gentlemen, the most powerful tool you have in life is your mind. And the most important decision you make every day is how you will use it. You can allow fear, doubt, and delay to control you, or you can choose belief, action, and courage. You can wait for life to happen, or you can decide that today is day one. It is your mindset that will keep you going when the road is tough, your mindset that will see possibilities where others see obstacles, and your mindset that will define the quality of every choice you make. Remember this: one day is a dream deferred. One day is a hope that may never materialize. Day one is a declaration. Day one is a commitment to yourself, to your future, and to the life you want to create. Day one begins with a mindset that believes in possibility, that trusts in action, and that refuses to let waiting steal your life. Day one begins with the choice to act now, to take ownership, and to move forward no matter how small the first step may be. Every great achievement, every successful life, and every dream realized starts with a single choice: the choice to begin. I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful principles of success that too many people overlook: the power of small, consistent steps. We live in a world that glorifies instant results, overnight success, and dramatic transformations. Social media shows us people who appear to achieve everything with a single leap, and it convinces us that unless our progress is immediate and extraordinary, it is meaningless. But the truth is the opposite. Success is rarely about one giant moment. It is almost always about small, steady actions that accumulate over time to produce extraordinary results. When we talk about taking small steps, we are not talking about meaningless busy work. We are talking about deliberate, purposeful actions repeated consistently that move you closer to your goal each day. Imagine a river carving through rock. It is not because the river rages with force in a single day. It is because, over years, day after day, the flowing water shapes mountains and creates valleys. Your actions are no different. Each step you take, each effort you make, each choice to act instead of wait, is like a drop of water contributing to the force that will shape your future. Many people fail because they underestimate the power of consistency. They believe that unless they can make a massive leap forward, it is not worth starting. They wait for the perfect day, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect skill set. They delay and delay, thinking that one monumental action will change everything. But here is the truth: monumental results are almost always the result of small actions repeated over time. Writing one paragraph every day will eventually become a book. Exercising for 20 minutes a day will eventually transform your health. Learning one new thing each day will eventually make you an expert. Small steps are powerful because they are sustainable, achievable, and, most importantly, unstoppable when repeated consistently. Consistency also builds confidence. Every time you take a step, no matter how small, you reinforce your ability to act. Every small success proves to yourself that you are capable, that you can keep promises to yourself, and that progress is possible. Momentum is not a magic trick. It is the natural result of repeated, focused effort. And once momentum begins, it carries you forward, making it easier to continue and harder to stop. Procrastination loses its grip, fear becomes manageable, and what once seemed impossible starts to feel inevitable. Let's consider the difference between someone who waits for one day and someone who starts with day one. The person waiting for one day often dreams about what could be, but takes no action. They hope, they plan, they wish, but nothing changes. The person who starts with day one might take only a small step today, but tomorrow they take another, and the next day another. Within weeks, months, and years, those small steps compound into results that the person who waited can only dream of. Small steps are the secret weapon of every achiever. They are how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things without relying on luck or talent. Another reason small steps are so powerful is that they overcome fear. Big leaps can feel overwhelming. The thought of achieving a huge goal all at once can paralyze even the most ambitious person. But when you break your goal into small, manageable actions, it becomes approachable. You focus on what you can do today, not what might happen in a year. You focus on action, not anxiety. And over time, those small steps build the skill, the experience, and the resilience you need to tackle even bigger challenges. The journey no longer intimidates you because you have already started. Consistency in small steps also allows for learning and adjustment. When you take massive action without preparation or thought, you may make mistakes that are costly or discouraging. Small steps, on the other hand, allow you to experiment, learn, and refine your approach. You discover what works, what doesn't, and what is truly important. You grow smarter, stronger, and more confident with every action. Small, repeated steps are not just about achieving a goal. They are about transforming yourself into the kind of person who can sustain success over a lifetime. Most importantly, small steps prevent regret. Imagine looking back a year from now. Would you rather say, "I wish I had started," or "I started, and every day I did something to move forward"? Small steps remove the power of regret because they ensure that you are moving, learning, and growing each day. Progress is not measured by leaps and bounds alone. It is measured by the courage to begin, the persistence to continue, and the dedication to keep showing up. Every small step, repeated consistently, is a victory over hesitation, fear, and delay. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of small steps is simple yet profound. It is the antidote to procrastination, the foundation of achievement, and the secret behind every success story. No one achieves greatness by waiting for one day. Greatness is built, brick by brick, choice by choice, step by step. It is built by deciding today is day one, by committing to take action every day, and by trusting that the accumulation of effort will lead to extraordinary results. I want to speak about something that holds more people back than any lack of resources, skills, or opportunities ever could: fear and doubt. Fear is a natural part of life. Doubt is a part of being human. But too often, we let these emotions control us, convince us to wait, and persuade us that our dreams are impossible. We allow fear and doubt to become walls rather than obstacles to overcome. We think, "I'll wait until I feel brave enough. I'll wait until I am sure. I'll wait until the fear goes away." And the harsh truth is, fear rarely goes away. Doubt rarely disappears. Waiting for them to vanish is waiting for a moment that will never come. The moment to act is now. Fear and doubt are not signals to stop. They are signs that you are about to grow. Every time you feel fear before taking action, it is proof that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. 1. Every time doubt creeps in, it is a reminder that you are on the edge of something new, something unknown, something that could transform your life. The people who succeed are not those who are free from fear and doubt. They are the ones who feel them, acknowledge them, and act anyway. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward in spite of fear. Think about the dreams you have postponed. Think about the goals you have delayed because the path seemed uncertain, because you were afraid of failure, or because you doubted your own ability. How many opportunities have slipped away simply because you waited for the perfect moment or for fear to disappear? That is the cost of letting fear and doubt dictate your life. Every day you wait is a day lost, a chance wasted, a step further away from the person you want to become. The moment you choose to act despite fear, the moment you step into uncertainty with courage, is the moment that your life begins to change. Fear and doubt often disguise themselves as logic. They whisper, "You're not ready yet. You need more experience. You should wait until everything is perfect." But this is a lie. There is no perfect moment. There is no ideal time. Waiting for fear to vanish or doubt to disappear is like waiting for the clouds to clear before stepping outside. If you wait long enough, you may never step out at all. The reality is that fear and doubt are part of every journey. They are part of every challenge, every new beginning, and every pursuit worth taking. The people who move forward do not wait for the absence of fear, they move forward in spite of it. The difference between someone who will ives in one day and someone who steps into day one often comes down to how they respond to fear and doubt. The person living in one day lets fear dictate their choices. They imagine the worst-case scenario, they overthink, and they delay. The person stepping into day one acknowledges fear, but refuses to let it paralyze them. They understand that action is the antidote to fear. They understand that the more they act, the more fear loses its power. Each step forward, each small victory, is a reminder that fear and doubt do not define them, their actions do. It is also important to understand that fear and doubt are temporary, but regret is permanent. The fear of failure may be intense today, but it will fade after you take action. The doubt you feel may linger in your mind, but it will diminish with each step you take. Regret, on the other hand, lingers forever. Looking back and realizing you could have started earlier, tried harder, or taken a chance is a weight that no success can lift. Fear is temporary. Doubt is temporary. Waiting is permanent. That is why action, even in the presence of fear and doubt, is always the better choice. Fear and doubt also teach us lessons if we pay attention. They reveal what we care about, what is important to us, and where we have the potential to grow. But these lessons are useless if they keep us from moving forward. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is learning to navigate fear, to use it as fuel, and to step forward despite it. Doubt is not a signal to quit. It is an invitation to prepare, learn, and act. The people who achieve greatness have learned to treat fear and doubt as signposts rather than stop signs. They see obstacles as opportunities, challenges as growth, and fear as a companion on the journey rather than a barrier to progress. Ladies and gentlemen, every dream worth pursuing will bring fear. Every bold decision will be accompanied by doubt. Every step into something unknown will challenge your courage. But the moment you decide that fear and doubt will no longer control you is the moment you take the first real step toward your future. You can spend your life waiting for fear to disappear, or you can act today in spite of it. You can live in one day, hoping for courage to appear, or you can create courage through action and step into your day one,